Did you turn up your mic?
Hey, do you have your phone on you? You got your phone? You think you can do a timer? Yeah. Say what? Yeah, I need at least 4 minutes. And can you just like show it to me like I got And we are live from the NC Steel Center on the campus of Muskingum University for this OAC matchup between the Muskingum Fighting Muskies and the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Hello everyone, I am Joe Scott along with my partner in crime for today's matchup, Michael Pagano, and on sideline is Chris Morgan. And Mike, the Ohio Northern Polar Bears, the number 6 ranked team in the country, are coming into town and going to give these Muskies a very tough matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I would think this was the highest rated or highest ranked team that the Muskies have probably played in a very long time. So it's going to be a really tough matchup for the Muskies tonight, and it's really going to be tough for them to even compete tonight. But we've kind of touched a little bit on how they will be able to do so. But and we're going to touch a little bit more about how they're going to be able to do so. But it's just going to be, if they were able to pull off this win, it would make the campus go wild.
It would make the campus go wild indeed. The Muskingum Fighting Muskies are sitting in 4th place in the OAC, and Ohio Northern Polar Bears are sitting at the top of the table at number 1. So this is a very important OAC matchup with the tournament just a couple weeks away.
Yeah, and the Muskies are sitting in 4th place in the conference so far, and they really have a good chance of hosting a game for probably the first time in quite a few years, as I know the team has struggled over the last few years, and if they were able to host a game along with the men's team who has a chance of hosting a game, that'd be huge for Muskingum basketball, as it's amazing what these coaches have been able to do. Beth Fox, who's just kind of been the veteran, and she's been able to lead her team to some very good seasons, and then Coach Travis Schwab for the men's team been able to lead his team in his second year to a very good chance of hosting an OAC tournament game, and it's just amazing what Muskingum basketball is becoming.
Yep, Muskingum basketball is on the rise. You know, the ladies didn't have a good year last year, but now it's sitting at 10-10, 4th place in the OAC. They are off to a good start right now. And if you're Beth Fox, what are you telling these girls just a few minutes before game time?
You're telling them just to go out there and play hard. You're going out there, tell them to play their hearts out, just give it all they got. I mean, basically act like it's a do-or-die game. Obviously, it's not a do-or-die game. They have 4 or 5 more games after this one, and then they have almost undoubtedly the OAC tournament. But they've got to act like this is an elimination game, because this is going to be a team they're going to have to I mean, this might be a team they have to play in the OAC tournament when they get there, and it's just got to play their heart out and just try and win.
Yep, a lot on the line for this game tonight between the Fighting Muskies and the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. We're going to take a quick break, but stay with us because we're going to have the tip-off coming up here pretty soon. You're listening to the Orbit Media Sports Network.
Visit us at the Crumb and Cup behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum to warm up with a cup of soup and a hot drink, or grab a sandwich and some dessert. Stop in the Crumb and Cup Alley Cafe, where we take pride in making your day.
The Forum, we're that kind of restaurant.
Want to celebrate after your team's unbelievable victory? We're that kind of restaurant. Hungry after a late night of studying? How about a late night drive-thru? We're that kind of restaurant. Need a place to wind down after a long day? How about a full-service bar? We're that kind of restaurant. With great prices, great food, and a great environment, we're that kind of restaurant.
The Forum Restaurant, because life was meant to be enjoyed.
We are live from the ANC Steel Center on the campus of Muskingum University for tonight's OAC matchup between the Fighting Muskies and the Polar Bears. I am Joe Scott, along with my partner in crime for today's matchup, Michael Pagano, and Chris Morgan is on the sideline. And we're just a few minutes away from tip-off, Mike, and, the tensions are building. Teams are, getting pretty excited. What are you looking forward to in this matchup tonight?
I'm looking forward to seeing if the Muskies can really make this a game. That's the biggest thing for me. I want to see if they can give the Ohio Northern Polar Bears a scare that they haven't had so far this year. I don't think Ohio Northern's had many tough games so far this year and that weren't like 20-point or 30-point victories. So I'm hoping the Muskies can make it into a single-digit game. I want to see them play good defense and just make their shots and just really scare the Ohio Northern Polar Bears, if not beat the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And with that, we are going down to the sideline with Chris Morgan as he has Coach Beth Fox. Chris?
Thanks, guys. Coach, coming off a tough loss against Wilmington last time out, how do you put that behind you with a big matchup here today?
I don't think you put it behind you. I think you focus on what we did wrong and where we need to make the corrections. And, we had number 2 on Wednesday. We got number 1 tonight. So let's go.
Okay. So with so much going on before today's game, big-time implications, breast cancer awareness game, number 1 in the conference, how do you keep the girls focused on the task at hand?
The great thing about today is we were together all day long. So from about 10 o'clock when they got here till now, we were together. So I think they're focused and ready to go.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important game as it is the annual pink game for the Fighting Muskies in honor of breast cancer awareness. But with that, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we will have our final preparations and keys to the game right here on the Orbit Media Sports Network.
Sweet chocolate-covered marshmallows. Smooth, delicious pretzels. Divine chocolate treats of all kinds, all handcrafted and available right here in historic Cambridge. Unleash your inner chocoholic with nothing but chocolate. Located on 731 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Ohio.
Authority in East Central Ohio is ESPN Cambridge, FM 107.9, AM 1270 on your radio dial. Featuring great programming like Mike and Mike, Dan Lebitard, Ohio State basketball, Reds baseball, Blue Jackets hockey, select NFL games, and college football and basketball. ESPN Cambridge is also your local sports authority too. Featuring local high school sports all year round with some viewable on cable TV 2 in Cambridge or streaming online at yourradioplace.com/YRPTV. Your home for sports is ESPN Cambridge, FM 107.9, AM 1270.
Look at all these televisions. Is this heaven? Have we all died and gone to the sports afterlife? No. But this place is no less holy. A miracle of flat screens and premium sports packages, all in the service of a sports fan's basest desires. So while this isn't the heaven, it is a heaven. And this one serves beer, which is a nice twist.
Buffalo Wild Wings, located in Zanesville and Cambridge.
And we are back from the ANC Steel Center for this OAC game between the Fighting Muskies and the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. I am Joe Scott, along with Michael Pagano and Chris Morgan on sideline. And Chris, what are your keys to victory for this game?
My keys to victory are for the Muskies. Believe that you can win. You cannot go into this game thinking, hey, this is the best team in the conference. This is one of the best teams in the country. We can't beat them. You got to believe. You got to believe you can beat them. It might not actually happen, but you got to believe you can win. You got to play your hearts out. I've been saying it all the whole time. Just play your hearts out and try your best and just give it your best shot and see if you can scare the Polar Bears. And for the Polar Bears, don't take the Muskies lightly. You cannot take any team lightly in the OAC, as I mentioned earlier, and you just got to go out there and play your game that you've been playing all year long and just make your shots and play good defense.
Yep, exactly. Couldn't agree any more. It's going to be a very exciting game. The crowd is filing in. It is the pink game for these Muskies, and it's going to be a very exciting and fun matchup. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have these starting lineups and this tip-off for this key game. You're listening to the Orbit Media Sports Network.
Visit us at the Crumb and Cup behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum to warm up with a cup of soup and a hot drink, or grab a sandwich and some dessert. Stop in the Crumb and Cup Alley Cafe, where we take pride in making your day.
The Forum, we're that kind of restaurant.
Want to celebrate after your team's unbelievable victory? We're that kind of restaurant. Hungry after a late night of studying? How about a late night drive-thru? We're that kind of restaurant. Need a place to wind down after a long day? How about a full-service bar? We're that kind of restaurant. With great prices, great food, and a great environment, we're that kind of restaurant.
The Forum Restaurant, because life was meant to be enjoyed.
Sweet chocolate-covered marshmallows. Smooth, delicious pretzels. Divine chocolate treats of all kinds, all handcrafted and available right here in historic Cambridge. Unleash your inner chocoholic with nothing but chocolate. Located on 731 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Ohio.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
And we are live from the ANC Steel Center on the campus of Muskingum University for this OAC matchup between the Fighting Muskies and the Ohio Northern Pole Bears. Hello, everyone. I am Joe Scott, along with Michael Pagano, and on sideline is Chris Morgan. The national anthem has been sung, and we are getting set for the starting lineups for both teams. Your starting lineups for the Fighting Muskies are Mallory Taylor, Olivia Besanson, Alexandra Carson, Caitlin Smith, and Stephanie Clark. And for your Ohio Northern Polar Bears, the starters are Britt Lauk, Amy Bullimore, Jenna Dirksen, Courtney Kramer, and Amaria Campbell. And Mike, we're just a few minutes away from tip-off. What's going through your mind if you're one of these Muskingum players?
I just think that I can't be scared, basically. That's what's going through my head. Like, I know it's a big game. I know it's a good team, but you just can't be scared. You got to just go out there and play your game. That's the most important thing for me is you got to go out there and play your game. Don't change anything just because it's a good team. Just play harder. Just play as hard as you can and just hope for the best.
And on the opposite side, what's going through your mind if you're an Ohio Northern basketball player right now?
I would say if I'm an Ohio Northern basketball player that I'm just thinking I can't take this team lightly. I haven't taken a team lightly so far this year at all, and I just can't start now. I can't take a team lightly, and because I want to go for an undefeated season. If I'm Ohio Northern, I want to be undefeated going into the OAC tournament and through the OAC tournament. That's what I'm thinking. I want to be undefeated.
Yep. You want to be undefeated going in because OAC tournament is just a few weeks away, so every game counts on this OAC tournament run for both teams. The crowd is filing in. It's going to be a great crowd for a very big game. Again, it is an annual pink game for the Fighting Muskies in honor of breast cancer awareness. We are almost set for tip-off. The starters have been announced, and we are almost set for this OAC game. Again, Again, I am Joe Scott along with Mike Pagano, and on sideline is Chris Morgan.
It actually did end up being a pretty good crowd,
Yes.
as it is the pink out game this year, so everybody is wearing pink, and it's going to be a good game.
It is. We should have got one of them pink shirts, Mike.
I know, yeah.
We need to get one later. Stephanie Clark will take the tip along with Amy Bullimar. And we are underway from the NC Steel Center. Caitlin Smith will take control for the Fighting Muskies. Caitlin Smith to Alexandra Carson on the left wing. To Mallory Taylor on point. Back to Basanson for the three. Up and no good. Rebounded by Amaria Campbell for the Pole Bears. It will be taken by Britt Locke. To the right wing for Jenna Dirksen. In the post for Emmy Bullen, whose shot is up and good. 2 points for Dirksen as we get the scoring underway for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Caitlin Smith will take it up on the right wing to Alexandra Carson, right wing. Dribbling. See Stephanie Clark, gives it to Clark on the right-hand side. Gives it back to Alexandra Carson on the point. Carson drives, kicks it out to Mallory Taylor for the right wing three. Up and no good. Rebounded by Courtney Kramer, who gives it to Britt Locke. Pushes it ahead for the wing to Campbell. To Bullimar, whose shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Basanson, who gives it to Caitlin Smith on the left wing. Basanson dribbling. Sees Carson on the right wing three. Up and no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Gives it ahead to Britt Locke. Down the right wing. Gives it to Campbell on the top point. Back to Bullimore down low. Kicks it back out to Campbell. Campbell to Dirksen on the right wing. Dirksen dribbling. Shot is up and no good, and rebounded by Stephanie Clark. Clark will kick it out to Smith on the right-handed wing. Back to Carson. Carson dribbling, spinning. Shot is up, kicks it out to Caitlin Smith. Shot is up and good from the three-point line for Caitlin Smith. Britt Locke will take control for the Polar Bears, who gets a screen, takes it up, and is blocked by Stephanie Clark. Mallory Taylor up to Alexandra Carson, who drives. Shot is up and good for Alexandra Carson. Britt Locke will take the ball. Right wing gives it to Bullimore down low. Kicks it out to Courtney Kramer, whose three-pointer is up and no good. Rebounded by Alexandra Carson for these Fighting Muskies. Brings it up the court. Carson takes a left-handed corner three, up and no good. Rebounded by Courtney Kramer, who gives it to Britt Locke. Britt Locke setting up play, getting a screen from Bullimore. Shot is up and no good, and it's rebounded again by Stephanie Clark.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed so far is the Muskies have taken a lot of three-pointers and think only three-pointers, and they really kind of got to cut down on that.
They do love the three ball, these Fighting Muskies. Carson on the right-hand wing. Penetrating, spin move, step back J is up and good for Alexandra Carson with a little step back jump shot. And Britt Locke will bring it up for these Polar Bears and set up a play. Britt Locke on point. Gives it to Bullimore on the left-handed wing, who kicks it back out to Britt Locke for an open three. Up and good for Britt Locke, one of the best three-point shooters in the OAC.
And she shows you exactly why with that no doubt three there.
Basanson to Alexander Carson. Kicks it to Mallory Taylor. Basanson, point three is up and no good, but it's rebounded by Stephanie. Nope. Loose ball, and is last touched by the Fighting Muskies. And it'll be Ohio Northern Polar Bear ball, as we do have some substitutions for both teams, as Haley Stocker will come into the game, along with Dana Parkman for the Fighting Muskies.
As well as Josie Payton well.
Yep, freshman Josie Payton. And for the Polar Bears will be Lindsay Black, Angela Tesney, and Emily Mesher. Tesney driving up and is blocked by Haley Stocker. Knocked out of play by the Muskies, and it'll be Ohio Northern ball.
Yeah, I love the D that's been played so far by the Muskies. They've been playing good D and making tough shots for the Polar Bears.
Tesney throws it in to Lindsey Black. Black was trying to throw it down low to Emily Mesh, but was knocked away by the great defense by the Muskies, and it's picked up by Caitlin Smith on the right-handed wing, who gives it to Dana Parkman down low. Parkman kicks it back out to Besanson. Besanson driving. Kicks it back out to Haley Stalker at the three-point line. Stalker dribbling, waiting, gives it back to Parkman on the left-handed wing. Parkman takes a jump shot and up and no good. Rebounded by Josie Payton, who gets the loose ball. Kicks it back out to Haley Stalker on the three-point line. Kaylin Smith to Josie Payton down low in the post. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Emily Mesher for the Polar Bears, who gives it to Lindsey Black, who is down the left-handed wing. To Mesher. Back to Balk for a three-point shot. Is up and no good, but it's rebounded by Haley Stalker. Gives it to Kaylin Smith down the right-handed side. Smith to Parkman on the right-handed corner. Gets a screen from Josie Payton. Kicks it back out to Caitlin Smith for the three-point shot. Up and good for Caitlin Smith.
I am telling you, Caitlin Smith is on fire over these past 3 games.
Yes, she is. Caitlin Smith. Lindsey Black will take control. Gives it to Britt Lauk. Britt Lauk to Campbell. Campbell to Mesher, who was stripped by Besanson, but is knocked out of bounds by Besanson. And the Ohio Northern Polar Bears will retake the possession as we have more substitutions for the Fighting Muskies, as Shelby Moses will check into the game along with Skylar Fenimore. And for the Polar Bears, Abby Weeks will check into the game along with Tori Wiss. Lindsey Black's jumpers up and good for the Polar Bears. Shelby Moses will take point down the right-handed side. Moses to Parkman on the right wing. Josie Payne working hard down low, wanting the ball. Parkman will drive, kick it to Shelby Moses for 3. Shot fake. Kicks it back to Skylar Fenimore, but we have a travel by Shelby Moses, and the Polar Bears will regain the possession. Tori Wise will inbound the ball to Lindsey Black, as she will take the point for the Polar Bears. Mesher gets it to Abby Weeks, whose shot is up and no good, but rebounded by Dana Parkman. Dana Parkman taking it down the right-handed wing. Kicks it back to Shelby Moses on the left-handed side. Skylar Franmore up point. Back to Dana Parkman on the top. Haley Stalker in the post. Shot is up and good for Haley Stalker, working hard down low for that right-handed shot. Angela Tensley to Emily Mesher, whose shot is up and good down low. Muskies up 12-9 with 3:10 remaining in this first quarter. Shelby Moses. Skylar Fenimore, right wing. Back to Parkman up top. Parkman dribbling, driving, but is stolen. Oh, we have a foul by Tori Wise, who will get the foul for the Polar Bears. First foul of the game. As we'll have a platoon of Muskies check in. It'll be Mallory Taylor, Stephanie Clark, Olivia Besanson, Alexander Carson, and Caitlin Smith. And for the Polar Bears, Amy Bullimore will check back in.
Yeah, for the Muskies so far, they've just been playing fantastic defense so far in this quarter.
Caitlin Smith, left-handed wing, kicks it to Besanson, left wing threes, up and good for Besanson. Another 3 by Besanson. Lindsey Black to Amy Bullimore down low. Shot fake up and no good. Rebounded by Alexander Carson. Alexander Carson will take point. Besanson back to Smith. Nearly stolen. Smith will drive, but it's tipped by Tensley and is stolen by these Polar Bears. Lindsey Black will take control of the point. Kicks it back to Wise, who gets it to Tesney, who gets it to Bullimore down low. Bullimore kicked back on the left wing to Lindsey Black. Lindsey Black getting a screen from Wise. Black jumpers up and no good, but she was fouled on the shot. Lindsay Black will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 shots. And the foul will be given to Olivia Besantzen, her first of the game.
And Lindsay Black is a 78% free throw shooter on the season, and she misses the first one.
And the curse of the broadcasters free throw has begun.
Yeah, never fails.
Nope. 2:05 left remaining in this first quarter. Muskies up 15-9. Now 15-10 with Black making her second free throw. As Britt Lauk will check back into the game for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And Britt Lauk, I would not be surprised if she wins Conference Player of the Year. She's having a fantastic season.
Caitlin Smith to Besantzen on the right wing. To Carson. Out of 3, didn't take it. Takes it back to Caitlin Smith. Caitlin Smith. Carson, left wing. Takes a step back 3, up and no good, but is rebounded by Jenna Dirksen.
And if she was going to take that 3, she might as well should have taken the first one.
Bullimore shot is up and no good down low. Rebounded again by Stephanie Clark. Caitlin Smith will take point. Calling a play. Besantzen left wing to Carson at the point. Carson down low to Mallory Taylor, takes it out to Smith. Back to Taylor down low. Taylor's shot is up, no good, but she was fouled. Did they call it on the floor? Nope. She will get 2 shots. Mallory Taylor, the lone senior for these Fighting Muskies.
And Mallory Taylor, I'm going to say it is a good free throw shooter at 80% on the season.
Up and good is Mallory Taylor. 16-10, Fighting Muskies. Second free throw up and good for Mallory Taylor. 17-10 for the Muskies. 1:15 remaining in this first quarter. And Bach will take point for the Polar Bears. Bach to Bullimore, right wing. Back to Bach. Lauk, right-handed jumper up and no good. Rebounded by Bullimore. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Kicks it back out to Locke. Near the three-point line. Locke driving, kicking to Courtney Kramer. Kramer to Campbell. To Dirksen. Dirksen driving. No travel was called as she got tripped up on the play, it looked like, but the refs are calling jump ball, and the Polar Bears will retain the possession.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't call travel on that one. Usually, no matter what, when somebody falls to the floor, they do call the travel, but they decided not to, and that helped out the Polar Bears.
Britt Lauk will inbound for these Polar Bears. Britt Lauk will get it to Campbell at the top. Campbell, step back 3, up and banks it in. Banking hours are open for these Polar Bears. Carson, right wing. Caitlin Smith to Besantzen, left wing. Kicks it back out to Caitlin Smith. To Mallory Taylor, driving, kicking. Back to Besantzen's 3's up and good. Besantzen, another 3 for these Fighting Muskies.
And man, are the Muskies taking a lot of threes, but they are making a lot of threes in this first quarter. They got to keep that same mentality.
Britt Lauk, right wing, back to Campbell for 3, up and, she misses, but gets her back on rebound, and she knocks down the jumper. She gets the shot off and beats the buzzer. Entertaining first quarter by both teams as the Muskies take a 20-15 lead in this first quarter. With that, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will have the second period right here on the Orbit Media Sports Network.
Look at all these televisions. Is this heaven? Have we all died and gone to the sports afterlife? No, but this place is no less holy. A miracle of flat screens and premium sports packages, all in the service of a sports fan's basest desires. So while this isn't the heaven, it is a heaven. And this one serves beer, which is a nice twist.
Buffalo Wild Wings, located in Zanesville and Cambridge.
Visit us at the Crumb & Cup behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum to warm up with a cup of soup and a hot drink, or grab a sandwich and some dessert. Stop in the Crumb & Cup Alley Cafe, where we take pride in making your day.
And we are back from the Anstey Steel Center for this OAC matchup between the Fighting Muskies and the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. I am Joe Scott along with Michael Pagano and Chris Morgan on the sideline. Muskies up 20-15 after the first period with an entertaining first period with that as the Muskies loving that three ball. Carson dribbling, kicking to Stephanie Clark, up and good for Stephanie Clark, who gets the easy two from a great pass from Alexandra Carson. Britt Lauk will take point for these Polar Bears. Courtney Kramer, who is stolen by Alexandra Carson. Great defense by Carson. Gets it to Mallory Taylor. Shot is up and she is fouled, and she is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Alex Carson dishing out some assists so far. A great pass to Stephanie Clark, and then another great pass to Mallory Taylor, drawing the foul.
Mallory Taylor. First shot is up and good. And Dana Parkman will check back in for the Muskies for Olivia Besanson. Taylor's second free throw is up and good. 24-15. Fighting Muskies. Lauk kicks it to Courtney Kramer on the left wing. Kramer to Campbell up top. Kicks it to Dirksen. Gets a screen from Campbell. Driving. Shot is up and is blocked by Mallory Taylor, but it ends up in Bullmore's hands, but misses her shot. Rebounded by Alexandra Carson. Carson down the right-handed side. Kicks it to Mallory Taylor near the three-point line. Trying to fit it in to Clark, but Carson's three is up and no good. Rebounded by Bullimore, who gets it to Lauk down the right-handed side. Lauk gets a screen from Bullimore. Kicks it to Dirksen near the left wing. Kicks it to Campbell up top. Gets it to Bullimore down low. Shot is up and good. Great ball movement shown by the Polar Bears on that play. Caitlin Smith to Dana Parkman on the left wing. Parkman looking. Kicks it to Caitlin Smith on the right-handed corner. Smith looking. Mallory Taylor, right wing. Back to Smith near the right corner. Gets a screen from Taylor. Taylor slipping the screen. Shot is up and good for Mallory Taylor, showing a great slip screen to get that easy two-point basket. Britt Lauk to Campbell up top. To Kramer on the left wing, nearly fell. To Dirksen, driving, kicking to Bullimore. Shot is up and good, and one for Amy Bullimore. She's going to the line for one shot.
Yeah, and that gives a little bit of the momentum back to the Polar Bears, as they were losing it all game long so far, but that does give them a little bit of momentum as Bullimore, who has been struggling, and the Muskies have been playing fantastic defense on Bullimore so far, but she was able to get that one to go in, as she sits at 76% from the free throw line on the season with one here.
Aileen Bullimore shot is up and good from the free throw line. Muskies up 26-20 with 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Haley Stalker and Josie Payton checked in for the Muskies. Haley Stalker, left wing, dribbling, kicks it back to Josie Payton at the top. To Carson, the right wing. Carson, dribbling, looking to Caitlin Smith. Almost got away with the travel there. Caitlin Smith, 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Caitlin Smith, Haley Stalker, three. Step back shot up, no good, as that will be a shot clock violation for these Fighting Muskies, and the Polar Bears will retain the possession.
And that was the best defense Ohio North's been played on the Muskies all game long. So they're going to look to try and take what they did on that possession to the next one.
Britt Lauk will take the point for the Polar Bears. Britt Lauk to Courtney Kramer. Kramer, Tesney, who checked into the game. Kramer, Lauk, Courtney Kramer on the left-handed corner. Three is up and no good. Rebounded by Courtney Kramer, who got her own rebound. Bullimore's shot is up and good. Great hustle play by Courtney Kramer to get Bullimore that easy two-point shot. Caitlin Smith, right wing to Carson on the right-handed corner. Carson, dribbling, waiting. Takes the three-point shot, is up and good for Alexandra Carson.
That is one thing she is not afraid to shoot is a three-point shot. No matter how hard it is, she will put it up, and she made that one.
Dirksen, jumpers up and good for the Polar Bears. 29-24, Fighting Muskies. Carson, left wing. Haley Stalker. Dana Parkman near the right wing. Back to Carson at the top of the key. To Caitlin Smith, right wing, to Josie Payton in the post. Payton kicks it back out to Haley Stalker at the top. Stalker, Smith, 5 seconds remaining in the shot clock. Smith gets a screen from Josie Payton. Josie Payton. Caitlin Smith gets a shot off, up and no good, but it will be another shot clock violation for the Fighting Muskies as the Polar Bears will regain the possession.
Yeah, and that's 3 straight possessions. The Muskies have really struggled to get a good shot off. They did get the three-pointer by Alex Carson, but it was by no means an easy shot. So, and then the other 2, Ohio Northern's been able to hold them to a shot clock violation.
Lindsey Black, Tesney, to Britt Lauk on the left wing. Gets it to Dirksen, down low. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Haley Stalker. To Caitlin Smith, down the right wing. Kicks it to Haley Stalker at the three-point line. Up and no good. Rebounded by Amy Bullimore, who gets it to Britt Lauk. Lauk kicks it to Dirksen at the right wing. Dirksen to Black. Black to Lauk for the three-point shot. Up and no good. Rebounded by Alexandra Carson. Carson kicks it to Dana Parkman on the right wing. She drives up and no good. Gets her back, her own rebound. Shot is up and good by Dana Parkman, who stuck with it and got the 2-point shot. Lindsey Black down the right wing. Kicks it to Tesney. Back to Black. Top of the key. To Lauk on the left corner. To Dirksen. And it's stolen by Josie Payton. And we have a jump ball as it will be Ohio Northern ball. And another substitution for the Muskies as they bring in Shelby Moses, Skylar Fenimore, Mallory Taylor, and Stephanie Clark.
I thought it would be the Muskies ball because I'm pretty sure earlier when we thought they traveled, they got the possession there on that. So I thought it was definitely Muskies, but I guess not.
Yeah, I did too. Black. Dirksen's three-pointer is up and no good. Rebounded by Shelby Moses. Shelby Moses on the left wing. Back to Besanton at the top of the key. Skylar Fenimore, right wing. Fenimore, Besanton kicks it, gets it to Stephanie Clark down low. And it is nearly stolen, but looks like it is off of Stephanie Clark, and it will be Polar Bear ball.
She must have touched it when we didn't see it because it was definitely off of the Ohio Northern's hands as they were trying to get the steal, but I guess Stephanie tried to touch it before it went out of bounds.
Amari Campbell for the Polar Bears will check into the game. Muskies up 31-24 with 4:30 left in the second half. Campbell, top of the key. To Tesney, left wing. Gets it to Abby Weeks. Back to Tesney. Gets a screen from Campbell. Tesney. Black. Looking for a screen for Cheyenne Raker. Black. Shot is up and good for Lindsey Black. Shelby Moses to Skylar Fenimore near the right wing. Kicks it to Mallory Taylor. To Besanton, three-point line. Driving, kicking, and it's tipped out of bounds by Cheyenne Raker, and it will be Muskies ball. Besanton will take the throw in for the Muskies. Kicks it to Shelby Moses near the left wing. To Fenimore, left wing. Besanton, top of the key. Besanton back to Moses, right wing. Gets it into Mallory Taylor down low. Taylor, shot, not a shot. Back to Besanton, who drives up and no good, but she was called with a travel before the shot went up as the Polar Bears will regain the possession.
And wow, the Polar Bears have really figured out something on defense in the second quarter as they are not giving the Muskies any easy shots. They've forced almost 3 shot clock violations over the past few minutes.
Cheyenne Raker to Black. Get a screen from Campbell. Black goes off the screen. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Mallory Taylor. Mallory Taylor to Shelby Moses. To Skylar Fenimore at the right wing. Back to Moses. To Mallory Taylor at the top of the key. Gets it down to Stephanie Clark down low. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Britt Lauk. Britt Lauk, left-handed wing. Kicks it to Campbell. Gets it to Black, right wing. Black getting the screen from Campbell. Kicks it up back out to Abby Weeks, whose three-pointers up and good for the Polar Bears. 31-29 in favor of the Muskies with 2:50 remaining in the first half. Shelby Moses, top of the key. Up at Sanson. And it's stolen by Britt Lauk. Campbell will get it, give it back to Britt Lauk. Lauk. To Black. Top of the key. Back to Lauk near the left wing. Gets a screen from Raker. She doesn't use it. Fakes it. Up and no good. Rebounded by Stephanie Clark. We get to Mallory Taylor, who will bring it up the court and give it to Shelby Moses. Shelby Moses calling out a play. Skylar Fenimore, left wing, nearly lost it. Gets it back. Fenimore to Stephanie Clark. To Shelby Moses, top of the key. Back to Mallory Taylor, right wing. Mallory Taylor tried to shoot it, tried to get a foul, but it is no good as Black will come up with the ball to Lauk, right wing. Back to Campbell. Campbell to Raker. And she is fouled. Pushed from behind by Stephanie Clark.
And unfortunately, all the momentum the Muskies had in the second quarter has been lost at this point.
While Northern, you can tell, gaining some momentum and gaining some energy from their bench players and starters. A minute 48 remaining in this first half. Muskies up 31-29. Stephanie Clark picked up her second foul on that play. Campbell, top of the key. Nearly stolen by Caitlin Smith. Lauk gets a screen from Campbell. Lauk, step back, up, and no good. Tried to draw a foul, but refs did not call it. It will be Muskingum ball.
As Ohio Northern did have the dreaded ankle breaker there on Caitlin Smith, but she was not able to make the shot.
Caitlin Smith, top of the key, to Haley Stalker, right wing. To Carson, top of the key. To Caitlin Smith, who gets it to Mallory Taylor near the post. Spin move is up and no good. Rebounded by Britt Lauk. To Lindsey Black, who sees Campbell running down the court. Shot is up and no good. And it's rebounded by, last touch by Amy Bullimore. Muskies will retain the possession as Courtney Kramer will check back into the game for the Polar Bears. And looks like Beth Fox is going to take a timeout, and so will we, with a quick break right here on the Orbit Media Sports Network.
The Forum, we're that kind of restaurant.
Want to celebrate after your team's unbelievable victory? We're that kind of restaurant. Hungry after a late night of studying? How about a late night drive-thru? We're that kind of restaurant. Need a place to wind down after a long day? How about a full-service bar? We're that kind of restaurant. With great prices, great food, and a great environment, we're that kind of restaurant.
The Forum Restaurant, because life was meant to be enjoyed.
And we are back from the ANC Steel Center as the Muskies are up 33-29 with 50 seconds remaining in this first half as the Polar Bears have just turned the ball over and the Muskies will regain the possession. I'm Joe Scott along with Michael Pagano and Chris Morgan on the sideline. Caitlin Smith will take the ball. Caitlin Smith to Alexander Carson near the right wing. Carson dribbling, spinning. Layup is blocked by Courtney Kramer.
That was a good job by Alex Carson to make sure it did not go off of her as the ball did go out of bounds, and they kept possession. The Muskies are really just looking to go in the half with some momentum.
DeSanton gives it to Mallory Taylor, whose shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Amy Bullimore. Lauk near the left wing. 30 seconds remaining in this first half. Lauk setting up a play. Lauk to Kramer, right wing. Getting a screen from Bullimore. Kramer back to Bullimore, whose shot is up and good off the glass. 10 seconds remaining. Caitlin Smith. Smith, top of the key, kicks it back to Mallory Taylor, whose three-pointer's up and no good. And that is it for the first half. Muskies, a surprising 2-point lead after first half of play, 33-31. As we are going to go down to Chris Morgan, who has Coach Beth Fox. Chris?
Thanks, guys. Coach, after a very hard-fought first half, what do you guys have to do to continue that in the second half and try to pull off the upset?
Yeah, we can't help alpha shooters, A. B, we got to keep Bullimore out of the paint. I don't know how exactly you do that, but we got to find a way. And we just got to make our bunnies. We're driving, I think we're a little afraid about driving into the paint with her in there. We just got to be confident in what we can do and keep going strong.
The defense has been pretty strong on the perimeter so far. What do you think has been the key for that so far?
We're switching a lot of things right now, so I think that's helping them, just their legs and not getting caught on some of those ball screens. But we got to get better pressure at the initial switch, and then we'll figure it out.
All right, thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Chris. Fighting Muskies taking a 2-point lead into the first half with a 33-31 lead. And with that, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have our first half analysis.
Sweet chocolate-covered marshmallows. Smooth, delicious pretzels. Divine chocolate treats of all kinds, all handcrafted and available right here in historic Cambridge. Unleash your inner chocoholic with nothing but chocolate. Located on 731 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Ohio.
Authority in East Central Ohio is ESPN Cambridge, FM 107.9, AM 1270 on your radio dial. Featuring great programming like Mike and Mike, Dan Lebitard, Ohio State basketball, Reds baseball, Blue Jackets hockey, select NFL games, and college football and basketball. ESPN Cambridge is also your local sports authority too. Featuring local high school sports all year round with some viewable on cable TV 2 in Cambridge or streaming online at yourradioplace.com/YRPTV. Your home for sports is ESPN Cambridge, FM 107.9, AM 1270.
Look at all these televisions. Is this heaven? Have we all died and gone to the sports afterlife? No, but this place is no less holy. A miracle of flat screens and premium sports packages, all in the service of a sports fan's basest desires. So while this isn't the heaven, it is a heaven. And this one serves beer, which is a nice twist.
Buffalo Wild Wings, located in Zanesville and Cambridge.
And we are back from the ANC Steel Center on the campus of Muskingum University. I am Joe Scott, along with Michael Pagano and Chris Morgan on sideline. And Mike, these Fighting Muskies are up by 2 after first half of play. A very surprising start from these Fighting Muskies.
Yeah, surprising is a good word to put it. I mean, they were not expected to be up at all, really, in this game, and they really fought hard. They had a fantastic first quarter, and they were able to just be able to hang in there and have a lead at the half in the second quarter after they struggled a little bit more to contain that very good Ohio Northern offense. But they have a good offense of their own. I mean, they've been making a lot of three-point shots, taking a lot of three-point shots, but they've really just been able to hang in there and make big shots. I mean, they had a big shot at the end there to put them up by 4 and really let them go up by 2 at the end of the first half.
I think what you're seeing now, what we're liking to see, is the defensive play by these Fighting Muskies. Seeing all this energy during this first half that has really helped this team so far.
Yeah, I mean, it really has. I mean, they have been playing fantastic defense, like you said. I mean, you can't deny how great a defense they've been playing. I mean, you heard Coach Fox say that Amy Bullimore had a very good first half, which she did. I mean, she had 11 points, but a lot of those points came in the second quarter. As the first quarter, that she really struggled. I mean, they were blocking a lot of balls, making it tough for her down low. But I think that's what they got to try to do in the second half is really contain her.
Yeah, what do you think is Coach Beth Fox's message to this team right now at halftime?
I mean, just don't be satisfied with being up at halftime. I mean, at this point, you want to win it. I mean, you weren't expected to be up at halftime at all, and you just got to go out there and keep playing like you've been playing, maybe make a few more shots here and there, but play some good defense. Yes, unfortunately, Ohio Northern figured them out a tad bit on the defensive end. I mean, they had a lot of tough shots there at the end, but if they can figure out what they were doing in the first quarter and get that going again over the second half, they have a chance to win this game, surprisingly.
Yes, they do. And the Muskies are giving the 6th-ranked team in the country a fight after this first half as they are up by 2, 33-31. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about our first half players. After this break, you're watching the Orbit Media Sports Network.
Visit us at the Crumb & Cup behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum to warm up with a cup of soup and a hot drink, or grab a sandwich and some dessert. Stop in the Crumb & Cup Alley Cafe, where we take pride in making your day.
The Forum. We're that kind of restaurant.
Want to celebrate after your team's unbelievable victory? We're that kind of restaurant. Hungry after a late night of studying? How about a late night drive-thru? We're that kind of restaurant. Need a place to wind down after a long day? How about a full-service bar? We're that kind of restaurant. With great prices, great food, and a great environment, we're that kind of restaurant.
The Forum Restaurant. Because life was meant to be enjoyed.
It was supposed to be one.
Aaron, we already hit 2.
There's still...
Yeah, but I already switched the audio because we're supposed to play 2. Take it off the commercial. I don't have the commercial audio playing.
ENC Steel Center on the campus of Muskingum University for this OAC matchup between the Fighting Muskies and Ohio Northern Polar Bears. I am Joe Scott along with Michael Pagano and Chris Morgan on sideline, and we have some news coming out from Ohio Northern as the men's Ohio Northern basketball team beat the Fighting Muskies 101-94. So that is some news coming from the men's team. But we are back to our game. We got some interesting first half stats from this game, and after looking at these first half stats, what stands out to you most?
For me, I know she didn't score a whole lot, but I liked how Alex Carson played. She played hard, and she wasn't afraid of Ohio Northern. I mean, I'm sure some of the other players on the team were a little bit worried coming in this game, but she wasn't scared. I mean, yeah, she took a lot of shots she probably shouldn't have took, but I liked how aggressive she was. She played aggressive. I want the whole team to come out and play as aggressive as she did in the second half.
Alexander Carson, 1 of 5 from the three-point line with 7 points, and Caitlin Smith, 2 for 2 from the three-point line as well, so she's making an impact as well in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope she can get some more open looks from the three-point line coming in the second half, as she's been on fire as of late in all aspects of the game. She's just played the best 3-game stretch of her whole entire career, so she's been playing very, very well as I'm trying to think. Oh, Olivia Besanson made a few shots in the first quarter. She made 2 3-pointers, and then I'm looking for her and Caitlin Smith to get some more open looks from the 3-point line in the second half.
Yeah, those girls do not mind shooting those 3-pointers. They love to let it fly. And on the Ohio Northern Polar Bear side, I guess the high point man in this game is your big man, Amy Bullmore, who's had a very good and successful first half.
Yeah, and Beth Fox said it best. You don't know what you can do to stop her down there. I mean, it's really tough. I mean, she's tall. Yeah, you got Stephanie Clark as well, but she ended up figuring out how to get some points down low after really struggling in the first quarter. So she's going to really look to do exactly what she did in the second quarter over the last half of this game.
Yep. And with that, we are going to take a quick break, but please stay tuned. The second half is coming up. We are going to have your Orbit News update next. So please stick around on here, the Orbit News Sports Network.
Sweet chocolate-covered marshmallows. smooth, delicious pretzels. Divine chocolate treats of all kinds, all handcrafted and available right here in historic Cambridge. Unleash your inner chocoholic with nothing but chocolate. Located on 731 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Ohio.
Authority in East Central Ohio is ESPN Cambridge, FM 107.9, AM 1270 on your radio dial. Featuring great programming like Mike and Mike, Dan Lebitard, Ohio State basketball, Reds baseball, Blue Jackets hockey, select NFL games, and college football and basketball. ESPN Cambridge is also your local sports authority too. Featuring local high school sports all year round with some viewable on cable TV 2 in Cambridge or streaming online at yourradioplace.com/YRPTV. Your home for sports is ESPN Cambridge, FM 107.9, AM 1270.
Look at all these televisions. Is this heaven? Have we all died and gone to the sports afterlife? No, but this place is no less holy. A miracle of flat screens and premium sports packages, all in the service of a sports fan's basest desires. So while this isn't the heaven, it is a heaven. And this one serves beer, which is a nice twist.
Buffalo Wild Wings, located in Zanesville and Cambridge.
Visit us at the Crumb and Cup behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum to warm up with a cup of soup and a hot drink, or grab a sandwich and some dessert. Stop in the Crumb and Cup Alley Cafe, where we take pride in making your day.
The Forum. We're that kind of restaurant.
Want to celebrate?
And we are back from the ANC Steel Center on the campus of Muskingum University. I am Joe Scott along with Michael Pagano and on sideline Chris Morgan, and we are getting ready for second half action as the Fighting Muskies are up 33-31 over the 6th ranked team in the country. And we got a great and exciting second half for you guys coming up now, as Caitlin Smith will get the inbound. Alexander Carson, left wing. Basanson, back to Smith, right wing. Mallory Taylor, top of the key to Carson, left wing, back to Basanson, left corner. Caitlin Smith, back to Carson. Basanson, left wing three, up and no good. Rebounded by Amy Bullimore, who kicks it to Lauk, who kicks it back to Courtney Kramer. Kramer to Bullimore, top of the key. Gets it back to Lauk, right wing. Lauk to Dirksen. Dirksen, pump fake shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Basanson. Basanson down the left-handed wing. Basanson kicks it to Carson, left corner. Carson dribbling, kicks it back to Mallory Taylor, left corner. Taylor driving, spinning, kicking back to Caitlin Smith. Smith, top of the key. Kicks it to Carson, left corner. Carson driving, kicks it to Mallory Taylor, whose three is up and no good. Rebounded by Courtney Kramer, who gets it to Lauk. Lauk, right wing, getting the screen from Bullimore. Takes a jumper up and rims out and no good, but it's rebounded by Courtney Kramer as it was tipped around and she was able to get the loose ball. Lauk, top of the key. Kicked ball by Caitlin Smith, and the Polar Bears will regain the possession.
Yeah, and the Muskies are kind of just, I don't know, I feel like they're playing a little bit scared right now. I feel like they just really got to be aggressive and just go right at Ohio Northern.
Lauk, top of the key. Getting a screen from Campbell. Lauk to Dirksen, right wing. Getting a screen from Bullimore. Dirksen, pump fakes. Kicks it back out to Kramer. Kramer to Lauk, left wing. Getting a screen from Campbell. Shot clock, 3 seconds. Campbell. And we have a shot clock violation by the Polar Bears as the Muskies show some nice defense in that segment.
Yeah, and that's the first time the Muskies have forced a shot clock violation, as they've been playing some great defense.
Caitlin Smith will take the point. Caitlin Smith to Basanson. Basanson takes a three-pointers up and no good. Rebounded by Amy Bullimore. Getting it back to Britt Lauk, who gets it to Courtney Kramer at the left wing to Campbell down low, but it is nearly stolen by Mallory Taylor. It is now, they say, a jump ball, and Polar Bears will regain the possession. Quick jump ball right there.
I don't understand how the Muskies have not gotten any of these jump balls so far.
About to say.
I mean, that's 3 times that the Polar Bears have gotten the jump ball, and somehow the Muskies have never gotten one. I don't understand it.
Campbell, left wing, shot fakes, shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Caitlin Smith on the backside. Kicks it back to Carson. Down the left wing. Carson dribbling. Kicks it back to Stephanie Clark on the left wing. Stephanie Clark driving. Kicks it to Caitlin Smith up the three-point line. Shot fakes. Runner up, no good, but rebounded by Stephanie Clark. But she is fouled on the jump shot and will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. Stephanie Clark.
That is some great awareness by Stephanie Clark there, being able to pick up the air ball that Caitlin Smith threw up there and know that it wasn't going to get to the hoop and be able to go under it and just get fouled as she makes the first free throw.
Polar Bears will send in a substitute as it is Tori Weiss. Stephanie Clark. Shot is up and short and rebounded by Amy Bullimore. 34-31 in favor of the Muskies with 7:30 left in the third period. Lauk will take it top of the key. Lauk near the left wing, kicks it to Courtney Kramer, top of the key, getting the screen from Bullimore, uses it. Kramer driving up, and she is fouled by Stephanie Clark, who picks up her 3rd foul of this game. And Courtney Kramer will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
And Courtney Kramer is sitting at 68% on the year, so a lot of pretty good free throw shooters for Ohio Northern.
Courtney Kramer's first shot is up and good. Haley Stalker will check into the game for the Fighting Muskies. As we are looking at free throw percentage, as Ohio Northern sits at around 77% at the 3 free throw line, so not too bad of a free throw shooting team. Courtney Kramer's second shot is up and good. 34-33. Fighting Muskies. 7 minutes remaining in this third period. Carson to Besanson, top of the key. Besanson back to Carson, right wing. Kicks it to Mallory Taylor, right-handed corner. Taylor kicks it to Haley Stocker, whose three-point shot is up and no good. And it will be Polar Bear ball as the ball went out of bounds on the shot.
The Muskies are starting to really struggle at the offensive end. They really got to try and find a spark from somebody, whether it be off the bench or on the court right now.
Lauk, Bullimore gets it to Weiss. Bullimore's shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Haley Stocker. Kicks it to Alexander Carson down the right-handed wing. Carson waiting, dribbling. Gets it to Mallory Taylor on the right wing. Taylor looking for Haley Stocker down low as the ball is tipped out of bounds by Tori Wise. Muskies will regain the possession. And checking in for the Polar Bears will be number 34, Emily Mesher. Besanson will take the inbound for the Fighting Muskies. Besanson to Mallory Taylor at the top of the key. Taylor to Caitlin Smith, left wing. Smith to Haley Stocker down low, and she is called for a travel and will hand back the possession to the Polar Bears. Lauk to take point for the Polar Bears. Lauk, right wing. To Mesher. Mesher to Lauk. Back to Kramer. Back to Lauk, right wing. Lauk kicks it to Dirksen near the left corner. Gets a screen from Weiss. Guarded heavily by Caitlin Smith. Dirksen shot is up and good as the Polar Bears will retake the lead with 35-34. Their first lead in a while in this game. Caitlin Smith to Besanson. To Haley Stocker, the left corner. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Jenna Dirksen.
Yeah, that is definitely the first lead in a while for Howard Northern, but the Muskies need to make a big shot.
Courtney Kramer's three-pointers up and good for the Polar Bears. She gets the three-point shot. Caitlin Smith to Carson. Carson, right wing. To Smith. Besanson. Kicks it to Haley Stocker, left corner. Stocker looking, and it is stolen by Britt Lauk as she is going to go easy with an uncontested. Oh, she missed it. Lauk misses the easy layup. Lauk, a mistake right there, missing an easy layup. You can't miss those in this type of game.
Yeah, and the Muskies really just got to take a breather. I think they need to take a timeout, but they have not done so yet. And that was a big swing for the Muskies there as they were able to get the missed layup on the lucky shot by Britt Lauk.
Yeah, Polar Bears would regain the possession. Black, top of the key, kicks it to Tesney. To Wise at the top of the key. Her shot is up and rims out. Rebounded by Haley Stocker. Caitlin Smith will take the point. Smith to Besanson, right wing. Dana Parkman, top of the key. Back to Smith, left wing. Gets it to Josie Payton down low. He turns around, jumpers up and good off the glass. Josie Payton with a nice little turnaround J. 38-36 in favor of the Polar Bears. Britt Lauk, left wing to Tesney, top of the key. Tesney driving. Guarded heavily by Besanton and too much defense as she is called for the foul. As the Polar Bears will send in a substitution, and it is Amy Bullimore who will check into the game. That will be Besanton's second foul as well in this game. Lindsey Black throwing the ball to Amy Bullimore down low, guarded by Josie Payton. Bullimore kicks it back out to Black. Black driving. Kicking to Tesney. Tesney, left wing. Black, left corner threes, up and good for Lindsey Black. Caitlin Smith. Dana Parkman, right wing. To Besanson. Back to Caitlin Smith. To Haley Stocker at the three-point line, up and no good. Rebounded by Josie Payton, who kicks it back to Besanson. Back to Caitlin Smith. To Haley Stalker, who shoots another left corner three. Up and no good. Rebounded by Lindsay Black. Back to Lauk. Left wing. Gets a screen from Wise. Lauk, step back three-pointers. Up and no good. Rebounded by Dana Parkman.
Yeah, and the three-pointers that were going in for the Muskies at the beginning of the game just aren't going in anymore.
Caitlin Smith, and she is called for the foul against Lauk as first team foul for the Polar Bears. We're going to have some substitutions in as Morgan Gossett will check into the game for the first time tonight, along with Mallory Taylor.
I just think the Muskies just really got to relax and just try and get back into this game. They still got a lot of time to go in this one.
Gossett, top of the key to Besanson. Besanson driving. Shot is up and no good, but she will go to the foul line and shoot 2 free throws. Olivia Besanson. Polar Bears taking the lead, 41-36, 3 minutes remaining in this third period. Besanson's first shot is up and good. 41-37. Tori Wise also picked up her third personal foul for the game, as Abby Weeks will check into the game for the Polar Bears. Besanson's second shot is up and good. 41-38 in favor of the Polar Bears, as Alexander Carson will check back into the game for the Fighting Muskies. Lindsay Black, right wing, back to Bullimore, top of the key. Back to Dirksen. Dirksen to Lindsay Black, right wing. Lindsay Black to Abby Weeks, top of the key. Looking for Bullimore down low, but it is knocked away by Dana Parkman. Good defense by Dana Parkman. Shelby Moses to Alexandra Carson, who gets it to Mallory Taylor at the right corner. Dana Parkman, right wing. Back to Morgan Gossett, left wing, who drives. Kicks it back out to Shelby Moses, to Alexandra Carson. Shot fake, shot is up, and she is fouled on the jump shot and is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
The Muskies are hanging in there. They are hanging around. That's what they got to do if they want to still have a chance. They still got a good chance in this ballgame as they're only down by 3 points.
Carson's first free throws up and rimmed in, rimmed out. That is also the 4th team foul by the Polar Bears in this third period. Carson, second free throw up and good. 41-39, 2:20 remaining in this third period. Lindsay Black, left wing, driving, kicking to Courtney Kramer at the top of the key. Kramer looking for Amy Bullimore, whose shot is up and good. Great screen and roll by Amy Bullimore to get that easy shot. Carson, right wing, to Shelby Moses at the top of the key, to Morgan Gossett, who takes a left-handed shot. 3 is up and rimmed out. Rebounded by Amy Bullimore. Kicks it to Black, who gets it to Abby Weeks, whose shot is up, but it's blocked. No. Foul by Dana Parkman, as Abby Weeks will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots.
This last 1 minute and 47 seconds of this third quarter is big for the Muskies to really show how much momentum they'll have going into the fourth quarter.
Abby Weeks' first free throw is up and no good. Minute 47, 43-39 in favor of the Polar Bears. Abby Weeks, second free throws up and good. 44-39. Shelby Moses kicks it to Alexander Carson down the right wing, who sees Morgan Gossett at the left wing. Gossett to Carson. Carson back to Mallory Taylor for the left-handed wing, up and no good. And is rebounded by Amy Bullimore. Lindsay Black, right wing. Getting a screen from Amy Bullimore. Bullimore rolling, but she kicks it out to Abby Weeks, whose 3-pointers up and good. Abby Weeks with a nice stroke from the 3-point line. Carson who takes her own three-pointer. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Morgan Gossett. Kicks it back out to Shelby Moses. Kicks it back to Alexander Carson, left wing. Driving. Kicks it back to Morgan Gossett, whose three-pointer's up and no good. But it's rebounded by Alexander Carson. Carson driving. Was trying to get it to Shelby Moses on the left wing, but it will be intercepted by Abby Weeks. Polar Bears. 45 seconds remaining in the third period. Lindsey Black to Courtney Kramer. Getting a screen from Dirksen. Courtney Kramer driving. Kicks it to Lindsey Black, whose left wing shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Mallory Taylor. He gets it to Dana Parkman down the left wing. Dana Parkman driving. Shot is up and good for an and one by Dana Parkman.
And that is big for the Muskies there. They really needed that. I mean, they were missing shots left and right, and the Ohio Northern was making them. But if she's able to make this free throw, they're able to keep it respectable going into the fourth quarter. I mean, the thing with the Muskies is Ohio Northern makes a lot of the three-pointers that they make, and they don't take a ton of them. But the Muskies take a ton of three-pointers, and they don't make a whole lot of them. That's really been the difference in this game so far.
Dana Parkman, her free throw. Up and good as she finishes the three-point play. 47-42, 25 seconds remaining in this third period. Black looks like she's going to get a play call from the coach as she's standing right next to her, getting a play call. Black, top of the key, waiting. They want to get that last shot off. Guarded by Basanson. Black driving to Abby Weeks at the corner. Three is up and good for Abby Weeks before the buzzer. The three-pointer is up and good. No, they called it a two. They're calling it a two-point basket. 49-42. We are going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we are going to have fourth period action right here on the Orbit Media Sports Network.
The Forum. We're that kind of restaurant.
Want to celebrate after your team's unbelievable victory? We're that kind of restaurant. Hungry after a late night of studying? How about a late night drive-thru? We're that kind of restaurant. Need a place to wind down after a long day? How about a full-service bar? We're that kind of restaurant. With great prices, great food, and a great environment, we're that kind of restaurant.
The Forum Restaurant. Because life was meant to be enjoyed.
Sweet chocolate-covered marshmallows. Smooth, delicious pretzels. Divine chocolate treats of all kinds, all handcrafted and available right here in historic Cambridge. Unleash your inner chocoholic with nothing but chocolate. Located on 731 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Ohio.
Back from the ANC Steel Center as we are for this OAC matchup between the Fighting Muskies and the Polar Bears, as we got an exciting fourth period ahead of us as the Polar Bears are up 49-42 against these Fighting Muskies. Caitlin Smith will take the point for the Fighting Muskies, who kicks it to Dana Parkman, right wing to Olivia Basanson. Top of the key, Mallory Taylor, left wing. Looking, Dana Parkman driving, shot is up, and are they going to count it? They're going to count the shot. Dana Parkman with an and one opportunity as they will count the bucket.
Yeah, that's a good play by Dana Parkman. She's really stepped up in these last few minutes, but Coach Duran was furious on that. I think she thought it was a travel on Dana.
Parkman's finishes the three-point play, 49-45 in favor of the Polar Bears. Lauk, right wing to Abby Weeks. Top of the key, driving, kicks it to Lindsey Black at the left corner. Lindsey Black almost loses the ball, but gets it back. Gets a screen from Dirksen, driving. Lauk, right wing. Lauk to Bullimore, driving against Stephanie Clark, but kicks it to Abby Weeks for the left-handed corner three, and it's up and good by Abby Weeks, who's coming off the bench and contributing nicely for these Polar Bears. The Sands' three-pointers up and good! But Sanson, three-point shot, 52-48. Bullimore, post. Nice pass to Dirksen for a 2-point play. Kaylin Smith to Dana Parkman. Parkman back to Smith, top of the key. Parkman, right wing. Back to Besanton, who takes another 3-point shot up and bang! Besanton, back-to-back 3-point shots. 54-51.
The Muskies got to keep the Ohio Northern Polar Bears off the 3-point line. If they can do that, they still have a chance in this one.
Abby Weeks, top of the key. And we're going to have a foul as Dana Parkman with the hand check.
Talk about a ticky-tack foul on that one. I didn't see any contact at all by anybody. But, oh, man, Olivia Besanton coming up huge in these last 2 possessions for the Muskies.
Tesney will take the point for the Polar Bears. To Courtney Kramer down the right corner. Driving. To Abby Weeks, top of the key. Courtney Kramer, right wing. Getting a screen from Bullimore. Takes it back out to Bullimore against Besanton. Stephanie Clark. Shot is up and good for Bullimore. Caitlin Smith. Gets it to Besanton. Left wing. Besanton driving and is blocked. Looked like by Bullimore, but it's retained by the Polar Bears as Courtney Kramer will pick up the loose ball. Courtney Kramer driving against Caitlin Smith, who gets fouled on the play as Courtney Kramer will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Unfortunately, on that last one for Olivia Besanton, she just tried to do a little bit too much, and she tried to drive the lane, and she just was not able to do so, and she lost the ball.
Courtney Kramer. First shot is up and good. And we're going to have some substitutions for the Polar Bears as number 33, Tori Wise, will come into the game. As well as Britt Lack will check back into the game. Up and good for Courtney Kramer. And Lindsay Black will check back into the game for the Polar Bears. 58-51, 7:40 left in this game. Caitlin Smith, right wing. To Dana Parkman. Parkman, Haley Stalker, top of the key. Caitlin Smith. Driving, dribbling. Left-handed shot is up and no good, but rebounded by Stephanie Clark, who kicks it back out to Caitlin Smith. Haley Stalker's 3-pointer up and good! Haley Stalker! 58-54. Tesney kicks it to Wise. Back to Tesney. Miscommunication as Besanton will steal the pass. Fast break opportunity, gets it to Caitlin Smith. And we have a jump ball. They're going to call a jump ball as the Polar Bears again get the possession after a jump ball.
I don't understand it. When did the Muskies ever have a jump ball to where they got the possession? I don't get it. It's unbelievable. That's 4 times.
Apparently, me and you are missing some things. I don't know how that's happening. Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Brett Lauk, left wing. Back to Wise, who gets it to Mesher. He kicks it to Black, kicks it back to Lauk. Back to Mesher in the post. Mesher kicks it back to Tesney, whose 3-pointer is up and no good. Rebounded by Haley Stalker. Gets it to Caitlin Smith. Smith to Besanton at the top of the key. Besanton driving. Her shot is up and no good, but she is fouled. Is it on the floor? It will be on the floor, yes. Mallory Taylor will check back into the game for the Fighting Muskies, as long as Courtney Kramer for the Polar Bears. 58-54 in favor of the Polar Bears. 6:30 remaining in this game.
It's a big possession for the Muskies. They got to get some points somewhere.
Mallory Taylor shot is up and good! And one!
Great play by Mallory Taylor. She comes in right off the bench and makes a huge impact with the and one.
Listen to Mike Pagano, folks. He knows what he's talking about. Mallory Taylor will go to the free throw line with 1 shot. 58-56. Mallory Taylor's shot is up and good as she finishes the 3-point play. 58-57. 6:30 remaining in this game. Stolen by Mallory Taylor. Mallory Taylor with the fast break opportunity. Gets it to Basantin down the post. Kicks it to Haley Stalker's three-pointers up and bang! Haley Stalker. Timeout, Polar Bears.
This place is going nuts after that shot. Haley Stalker.
And Steel Center is rocking.
And I just noticed we have our president of the university in the stands, and Susan Hassler. So she has been a big fan of sports ever since she's gotten here in June.
Woo! What a game. 6:09 remaining in this one. 60-58 in favor of the Muskies as the NC Steel Center is rocking, ladies and gentlemen.
When I saw I wanted to slow it down, but then they just took the free and she made it.
My goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
Courtney Kramer will pass the ball in for the Polar Bears and get it to Lindsay Black at the top of the key. Black to Weiss. To Dirksen, down low, and she is up and good for an and one opportunity for the Polar Bears. Dirksen will have an opportunity to put the Polar Bears in the lead.
83% on the season for Jenna Dirksen, a really good free throw shooter. Her and Britt Locke have very good free throw percentages this season.
And a clutch free throw coming up for Dirksen. Up and good. 61-60 with less than 6 minutes remaining in this game. Mallory Taylor in the post. Driving. Shot is up, and she is fouled by Amy Bullimore. And Mallory Taylor will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
So big free throws here for Mallory Taylor, as there still is 5 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in this one, though.
Mallory Taylor's first free throw up and rims in. Mallory Taylor. Second free throw up and good as the Muskies regain the lead, 62-61. 5:45 remaining in this game. Lauk, left wing. Gets it to Dirksen at the top of the key. Screen by Weiss. Uses the screen. Gets it to Dirksen. Shot is up and is. Oh! Thought it was a block shot, but they are not going to give it to her as she's called for a foul. First free throw's up and good for Jenna Dirksen. Second free throw up and good for Jenna Dirksen. Polar Bears regain the lead, 63-62. Shelby Moses to Alexander Carson. To Haley Stalker. Driving. Shot is up and count the basket and one.
Ooh, I thought they were about to call the charge on Haley Stalker.
Yep, they are counting the basket. Haley Stalker will go to the line to finish an and one, hopefully finish an and one opportunity.
She came in there hard. I thought for sure they were going to call a charge on her, but they did not, and that was a big shot as she just kind of threw it up there going through the contact.
64-63. Haley Stalker. Free throw is up and good as she finishes a three-point play, 65-63 in favor of the Fighting Muskies. Lauk, left wing. Lauk to Courtney Kramer, getting screen from Bullimore. Courtney Kramer driving, kicking to Dirksen, who gets it to Campbell. Campbell to Lauk, getting screen from Campbell. Lauk driving, kicking to Courtney Kramer at the right wing. Getting it to Campbell, and she is going to be out of bounds as the Muskies will retain the possession. Great defensive effort by the Muskies.
That was a big stop there for the Muskies.
65-63, less than 5 minutes remaining in this exciting ball game. Haley Stalker, turnaround J is up and no good. Rebounded by Amy Bullimore. Gets it to Britt Lauk.
Sure have been feeling a little too good on that one. That was a tough shot for her.
Might have been a heat check right there, but Britt Lauk will take it. Who's jumpers up and good. 65-65. Great right-handed jump shot by Britt Lauk, one of the best players in the OAC. Alexander Carson. And she is going to be called with a carry. Turnover by the Muskies as the Polar Bears will regain the possession.
One thing the Muskies have done great so far is containing Britt Lauk. She's only got 5 points in this one so far here with 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. It's a big, big defensive possession here for the Muskies.
Britt Lauk will take point for the Polar Bears. Lauk guarded by Smith. Gets it to Courtney Kramer at the left wing. Kramer to Dirksen. Dirksen driving. Blocked by Mallory Taylor from behind. Great defensive effort by Mallory Taylor. Caitlin Smith to Bolivia Besanton, right wing. To Dana Parkman. Parkman kicking to Caitlin Smith at the left corner. Smith driving. Kicks it to Stephanie Clark. Who kicks it to Mallory Taylor, whose three-pointer's up and good! Mallory Taylor, the senior. 68-65. 3:30 remaining in this game. Britt Lauk will take the top of the key. Lauk back to the left wing. Dirksen, shot is up and good as she released from the screen with an easy two-point shot. 68-67, 3:20 remaining in the game. Smith, Parkman sees a lane, takes it, shot is up and no good, but rebounded by Stephanie Clark, who kicks it to Olivia Besanton, who gets it to Caitlin Smith. Smith driving, takes it to Mallory Taylor for a left-handed corner shot, up and no good. And nearly saved by Stephanie Clark as the Polar Bears will regain the possession. Britt Lauk bringing it up the court. Britt Lauk kicks it to Courtney Kramer for the left corner shot, up and good. Courtney Kramer. And we are going to have a timeout called by the Polar Bears. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have an exciting fourth quarter coming up right here on the Orbit Media Sports Network.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
He's like getting a delay in the text. NC Steel Center as Dana Parkman just put in a two-point shot as we are tied 70-70 with 2:20 left remaining in this game. Britt Lauk to Dirksen, back to Britt Lauk on the right corner. Britt Lauk driving against Mallory Taylor. Shot fake. Shot is up and good for Britt Lauk.
It's good D by Mallory Taylor, just a better shot by Britt Lauk.
Caitlin Smith, top of the key. Stephanie Clark down low. Looking, kicks it back out to Dana Parkman, who drives back to Stephanie Clark, whose shot is up and no good, but she is fouled on the play, and Stephanie Clark will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Stephanie Clark, a pretty good free throw shooter on the year, as she is shooting 73%.
First free throws up and good for Stephanie Clark. Alexander Carson will check back into the game for the Polar Bears. For the Fighting Muskies, and Lindsey Black will check in for the Boulder Bears. Stephanie Clark, free throw up and good as she ties the game up 72-72. A minute 50 remaining in this game. Lindsey Black will take point. Black to Lauk, top of the key. Lauk driving, kicks it back out to Courtney Kramer. Will kick it to Dirksen at the three-point line. Shot is up and good by Dirksen, who hits a clutch three-point shot. 75-72, a minute 30 remaining in this game. Caitlin Smith gets it to Alexander Carson. To Sanson. Top of the key, Sanson gets it to Caitlin Smith. Caitlin Smith driving. Back, kicks it back out to Sanson. Sanson getting a screen from Stephanie Clark. Mallory Taylor kicks it back out to Sanson, who drives, whose shot is up and blocked by Bullimore. And we have a foul by they're going to give us an offensive foul by Dirksen as she ran over Mallory Taylor. And the Muskies will regain the possession.
And that's big because that means they don't have to take a 3. They can still get a 2 and then play some good D and get the ball back. Oh, no, she's actually getting set for the line.
That's 5 fouls on the Polar Bears.
So it'll be a 1-and-1.
Yep. Mallory Taylor is going to go to the free throw line to shoot free throws. Or no, wait. They changed their mind.
Nope.
Caitlin Smith will inbound the ball.
Well, Muskie still got a shot here.
Yep. Caitlin Smith get it to Olivia Besanson. Besanson getting the screen from Mallory Taylor. Besanson back to Mallory Taylor. To Carson. Carson. Mallory Taylor. To Haley Stalker down low, and she is fouled.
And that should send her to the free throw line.
That should send her to the free throw line.
And it does.
Yes, it will. Haley Stalker will go to the free throw line with some very important free throws as 53 seconds remain in this game. First free throws up and good by Haley Stalker. (75-74). Second free throw up and good for Haley Stalker. Excuse me, now it's 75-74. Muskies still down by 1 with 53 seconds remaining in this game as they will go with some full court pressure right now by Alexander Carson. Crowd on their feet right now in the NC Steel Center. Dirksen. Back to Lindsey Black at the three-point line. Takes a jumper who's up and good by Lindsey Black. As it looks like Beth Fox is going to take a timeout.
Wow. These Ohio Northern Polar Bears are cold-blooded. They make some big-time shots. They do not miss in the clutch, and you can tell why they're 20-0 on this season. Oh, my goodness. They are cold-blooded, like I said, from the 3, from 2, from anywhere. They are making some big-time shots right now.
36 seconds remain in this game right now, Mike. Down by 3. Do you take the three-point shot right now? Or do you try to get it 2 and just try and play some defense?
I think if you get the three-point shot, take it, but I don't want you to force one.
Yeah.
I think you want to get the ball to Olivia Besanson or Haley Stalker. Those are your 2 best three-point shooters, and those give you the best chance to make it.
Yep.
So that's who you got to go to, and then if you want to go for the 2-point route, I'd say they'll give it to Caitlin Smith or Dana Parkman. As Dana Parkman is actually not in the game, so she might not have a chance to make that shot. But with the people in the game, you got to give it to Alex Carson. If you're Alex Carson or Mallory Taylor, if you want to get the 2 points.
Caitlin Smith will inbound the ball for these Fighting Muskies as they need to get some points in this possession. Besanson, top of the key, behind the back dribble. Mallory Taylor, who takes up her shot, gets it back to Besanson, whose shot is up and good. 76, 77, 76, and they are going to foul Lindsey Black, Mallory Taylor. As we looks like we're going to play the free throw game late in this game with 27 seconds remaining in this contest.
Lindsey Black, 78% free throw shooter. The Muskies are hoping for at least 1 miss here because it's going to be tough if they make both.
Lindsey Black. First free throw is up and good. Nothing but net. 78, 76. 27 seconds remaining. Second free throw from Black is up and good. And Coach Beth Fox is going to call another timeout, and it is going to be, it's like a 30-second timeout.
And I cannot believe how clutch these polar bears are. Oh my goodness, they do not miss when it is game time. Oh my. Lindsay Black, you would have never thought she heard a peep from the crowd. I mean, she sank those free throws, nothing but net, both of them. You would have thought she would have made 10 in a row just like that.
So Lindsay Black making some clutch free throws late in this game. 79-76 remaining in this contest. Polar Bears with the lead. 27 seconds remaining.
So that puts the Muskies in the exact same situation they were in.
Yep. Caitlin Smith will inbound the ball for the Muskies to Alexander Carson. Mallory Taylor. Smith to Haley Stalker down low. Shot is up and good for Haley Stalker. 79-78. They will foul quickly on Britt Lauk as she will go to the free throw line.
And Britt Lauk is the best free throw shooter on this team, sitting at 89% on the season. So you really have nobody you could foul that is a bad free throw shooter. So it's going to be tough for the Muskies to get out of this 3-point, down by 3 points rut here. So
Lauk's first free throws up, and it is up and good. 80-78. It rattled in. It almost came out, but rattled back in. 80-78. Lauk, second free throw is up and good.
And this, unfortunately, is probably where you got to go for the three.
You may have to. 15 seconds remaining. Coach Fox will take a timeout.
And I am telling you, Haley Stalker or Olivia Besanson, those are your two people you got to go to, undoubtedly. You cannot, I don't care how hard the shot is, those are giving you your best shot. Unless you have a perfect shot for somebody else, those are the two people.
Yep, coming down to the clutch, ladies and gentlemen. Polar Bears making their free throws, having some ice in their veins right now at the free throw line. 3-point game in a game that we didn't think was going to be that close.
Yeah,
but the Muskies have fought so hard and played with a lot of passion tonight.
And they still got 15 seconds to try and tie this one up.
You got to love basketball, ladies and gentlemen.
Because I don't think trying to go for the two and then going for the foul is going to work. I think you just got to take your shot.
Yep. And it looks like Caitlin Smith is going to inbound the ball for the Fighting Muskies. Again, 15 seconds remaining in this game. 81-78 in favor of the Polar Bears. Smith inbounds it to Haley Stalker at the top of the key. Haley Stalker driving. Shot is up and no good, but rebounded by Dirksen. And they will foul Dirksen and send her to the free throw line. Looks like they tried to go the 2-point route, just couldn't get the shot they wanted.
Yeah, and that was not the play you really wanted. That was not the play we were expecting whatsoever. I mean, I don't understand. Like, you kind of got to go for the three at some point, and this kind of just makes it worse for you. This kind of almost puts you out of the game.
Jenna Dirksen, first free throws up and good by Jenna Dirksen. Second free throw up and good by Jenna Dirksen as Coach Fox will take her final timeout for this game as there's 10 seconds remaining in the game. 83-78, Polar Bear lead as Jenna Dirksen hits her 2 clutch free throws in this game.
And unfortunately for the Muskies, it's going to be really tough to come back from, especially because they should have just taken their shot at 3.
Yep.
You had 15 seconds to find a good 3-point shot, and you take 5 to go for 2, and you miss it.
Yep.
It just doesn't make much sense to me.
Now, in this possession, you have to look for the 3 ball for the Muskies to at least give them a shot, get it a little closer.
Yeah.
But they are down by 5 with 10 seconds remaining. So they got to shoot it quick and then foul quick. But we all know anything can happen in 10 seconds. Kaylin Smith will inbound the ball for the Fighting Muskies. Gets it to Olivia Besanson. Driving. She's going to take the easy 2-point shot, but it is missed by Besanson. Rebounded by Amy Bullimore. And she will go down to the other side and shoot 2 free throws with 3.8 seconds remaining in this game. All credit to the Fighting Muskies for playing one heck of a game.
Yeah, unfortunately, that'll just about do it here. as the Muskies just, for whatever reason, just didn't have confidence in taking that three that they needed to take. And, of course, now the Ohio Northern misses it.
Amy Bullimore just misses her free throw as she is going to go take her second shot. Up and good. Nothing but net. Haley Stalker will throw it in for the Muskies as she will heave it down the court and knocked out of play by, well, they say off of Mallory Taylor, and it'll be Ohio Northern ball. Dirksen will throw it in to Lindsey Black. Alexander Carson will foul her and send Lindsey Black to the free throw line with 0.7 seconds remaining in the game.
And I do not think Lindsey Black's very happy about that. I mean, obviously the game was over at that point. I'm not really sure why Alex Carson fouled there, but that'll will send her to the free throw line.
Black's first free throw up and good. 85-78. Second free throw for Lindsey Black. Good. And Haley Stocker will throw it in and get it to Carson to run out the clock as the Muskies fall to the Polar Bears. 86-78, but they played their hearts out and gave Ohio Northern a great game.
They sure did. I mean, it's unfortunate they didn't at least get the shot to take. They didn't take the shot to try and tie the game, but, you know, Coach Fox has been doing this for a while, so I don't really fault her for trying what she did. I mean, for trying what she did, because she obviously knew what she was doing. But obviously it didn't work out, but the Muskies couldn't have played any better, I wouldn't say. I mean, the only thing that could have gone better is they could have won, but they gave Ohio Northern the game we hoped they would give them.
Yep.
And this shows how far the Muskies have come, really. I mean, over these last few years, really how far they've come.
Yep, and we're going to send it down to Chris Morgan, who has Coach Beth Fox. Chris?
Thanks, Joe. Coach, you just gave the number 6 team in the country everything they could handle today. What's the message to the girls going into the locker room?
Oh, God. You know, I think we're gonna be a little salty about this week for a while, but I thought, you know, we need to finish our layups. We got to stay on the same page. There were times where we left some shooters open on the wings there, and I think that hurt us. So, you know, it's all about preparation and making sure you execute properly. We need to execute our shots more, especially the bunnies, and then we got to stay on the same page defensively. So, once again, all us, so things we can fix. I thought we gave them a heck of a ball game, and if that's what we can do, then get those things taken care of, and we'll be back at it.
You got 4 games left now in the regular season. What's the message going to be to make sure that the girls finish the way that they want to be?
We got to play to our level and no one else's level. So if that's our level, then that's how we need to play every single game. We got 4 tough games coming up. Any game in the OAC is a tough game. We got a whole week on the road next week. We need to stay mentally focused and prepared to go.
All right, thanks, Coach. Back to you, Joe.
All right, thank you, Chris. Again, what Coach Fox said, there's things they need to work on, but just a couple games remaining in the season, and it's coming down to crunch time in the race for the OAC tournament. Again, the Fighting Muskies fall to Ohio Northern 86-78. We are going to take a break. When we come back, we will have our post-game analysis right here on the Orbit Media Sports Network.
Look at all these televisions. Is this heaven? Have we all died and gone to the sports afterlife? No, but this place is no less holy. A miracle of flat screens and premium sports packages, all in the service of a sports fan's basest desires. So while this isn't the heaven, it is a heaven. And this one serves beer, which is a nice twist.
Buffalo Wild Wings, located in Zanesville and Cambridge.
Visit us at the Crumb and Cup behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum to warm up with a cup of soup and a hot drink, or grab a sandwich and some dessert. Stop in the Crumb and Cup Alley Cafe, where we take pride in making your day.
And we are back from the ANC Steel Center on the campus of Muskingum University. I'm Joe Scott, along with Michael Pagano and Chris Morgan on the sideline as the Lady Muskies fall to Ohio Northern 86-78. But the Muskies gave Ohio Northern one heck of a game.
They really did. I mean, they gave them more of a game than I really expected them to. I mean, I was hoping for it, but I didn't honestly expect it to happen. I mean, they had so many times where they could have given up and just let Ohio Northern run all over them, but they didn't. They made big-time shots and really got back into the game. And, I mean, a couple balls go their way, and they win that game.
I mean, we were going into this game, thinking, it's the number 6 ranked team in the country coming in, undefeated. It might be a blowout. It might, they might give them a run for their money. But the Muskies, didn't like what we had to say, but they came in and played hard, and they gave them one heck of a game, man.
I mean, yeah, they really did. I mean, and it really goes down to Ohio Northern's ability to make big-time shots. I mean, oh, my goodness. They had so many shots that were just huge, and it never seemed like they even hit the rim. They were all nothing but net and just amazing shots, but it was just a great game for the Muskies. I would say a big confidence booster. Yeah, you lost, but you gave the 2 best teams in the conference runs for their money this week, and you're going into next week playing some teams that are near the bottom of the conference.
Yep, so the OAC tournament is just around the corner. Hopefully this game will help them, give them a lot of confidence heading in there. But again, these Muskies did fall to Ohio Northern in a close game as they hit almost all their free throws at the end. I think they just missed one by Bullimore, but they hit some clutch free throws near the end at that game. And for this game, who would you give it to as the player of the game?
For the Muskies, it's got to be Haley Stalker. She stepped up big time. Her and Olivia Basanza, but Haley Stalker for sure, because she just made big 3 after big 3. She put up some wild and ones, and she just made shots. I mean, that's why I wanted her to take the 3 at the end of the game, and obviously that didn't happen. But she really stepped up, and she's been stepping up a lot lately. She's had some really good games over the last few.
Yep, Haley Stalker, 17 points in the game. 2 of 6 from the three-point line. Also, Olivia Basanson putting in 16 points as well. She had a great game. And for the Ohio Northern side, who would you say is the player of the game on that side?
It's got to be Amy Bullimore. But actually, now that I think about it, it's going to be trying to think of who. Jenna Dirksen. Jenna Dirksen, she made big shot after big shot. She was most of the time the one going to the free throw line, and just you would have never thought anybody was in the gym. You would have thought she was just taking practice free throws out there because she was making every single one easy. And she just really was cold-blooded that whole game and just made big shot after big shot after big shot.
Yeah, and a total team effort by the Polar Bears as they had 5 players in double figures in this game. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to finish up our post-game report when we come back right here on the Orbit Media Sports Network.
The Forum. We're that kind of restaurant.
Want to celebrate after your team's unbelievable victory? We're that kind of restaurant. Hungry after a late night of studying? How about a late night drive-thru? We're that kind of restaurant. Need a place to wind down after a long day? How about a full-service bar? We're that kind of restaurant. With great prices, great food, and a great environment, we're that kind of restaurant.
The Forum Restaurant. Because life was meant to be enjoyed.
Sweet chocolate-covered marshmallows. Smooth, delicious pretzels. Divine chocolate treats of all kinds, all handcrafted and available right here in historic Cambridge. Unleash your inner chocoholic with nothing but chocolate. Located on 731 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Ohio.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
And we are back from the ANC Steel Center with the final score Ohio Northern 86, the Fighting Muskies 78. I'm Joe Scott along with Michael Pagano and Chris Morgan on our sideline. And up next for the Muskies, they have another big game at Mount Union.
Yeah, Mount Union is sitting at 4-9 in the conference right now, and they are at the very bottom along with John Carroll. So it's going to be a game that the Muskies really, really need to win. I mean, they really got a couple games really good games that they can win next week, as I believe they play Heidelberg next week as well, who is also sitting at 5-8 in the conference. So the Muskies have a lot of chances to win games next week, and they really do need to be able to win those games if they're going to be able to still host a game here at the Steel Center for the OAC tournament.
Yep, a lot of big games coming up for these Fighting Muskies. Orbit Media Sports Production at Muskingum University also made possible in part thanks to contributions from the Office of Academic Affairs, the Arts and Humanities Division, the Theater Department, Digital Media Design Program. Our theme music for today's presentation on Orbit TV Channel 9 was composed by David Curley. We want to thank you guys for joining us tonight on today's game. For Mike Pagano and Chris Morgan, I'm Joe Scott.